Hey everyone, I just wanted to come on here. I'm going live. I'm going live on um, Instagram, YouTube. I'm on TikTok, and I wanted to come on here and just do a live. I'm going to, in the near future, we are in the process of opening up Clear Drip Wellness in Granbury, Texas. And so we are, when we open up Clear Drip Wellness, it's going to have all these incredible things that we're going to be able to do um, for you. And it doesn't matter if you live in Hood County or the surrounding counties. Uh, if you want to be able to be involved with this journey that we're going on, we're going to be able to provide different opportunities, even to be able to go online, because we're wanting to create a community. This community is going to be something that's going to be able to help you with in every aspect of your life, from your health physically, your health mentally, your health spiritually, financially, all those things. Because if you start putting things together, you start having balance in your life and all of those areas, it's going to help you in every aspect of your life. Now, what we're going to be doing, and the reason why I wanted to do this live, is we're setting up a studio in the clinic. So it's going to be really cool. We've already, uh, gosh, I mean, there's some things I don't even want to tell you about it right now, because once we get launched, I'll be able to just show it to you, and I'd rather you to be able to see it versus me telling you about it. But some of the things that we're going to have in the clinic is we're starting off with metabolical testing. So now we're going to have a resting metabolical testing and an active metabolical testing. The resting will give you some ideas. You get hooked up to this thing, you breathe into it. It's very non-invasive. You just basically sit there and breathe like you would normally do, except that you have this thing over your mouth and your nose, and it's able to tell you some of the things based on your breath, that's going to be able to help you determine some of the things that you need to start doing, and some things that maybe you need to start taking out of your life to help you to have a healthier life. Now, so one of the cool things about this is, um, we're also going to be able to provide you with an app. And in that app, it's going to give you ideas of those things that you need to be doing and not doing. Now, the cool thing about the active metabolical testing, and I just did mine, I'm not going to be doing anything in our clinic. And by the way, I'm not a clinician. I am, as if you know me, you know that I'm an entrepreneur. But I believe that as an entrepreneur, especially at my age and the things that I've done in my life, that now I want to be able to do things that I really have passion about, and things that I know that have changed my life, and be able to give that to you as well. So in the active metabolical testing that we're going to be doing, and I did mine just a few days ago, and the results came back really quick. And what's really cool about that was, there most of the things, but of course I've been working on this new journey of mine, of my being healthy, is to start doing the different things in my life to help me on this journey, like the daily ice baths, which today is 191 days in a row of doing an ice bath between the temperatures. I brought it down as low as I possibly can, but typically around 32 degrees up to about 37, 38, 39 degrees. That's just one of the things. And doing the weekly IVs, and in some cases twice a week, like I'm going to do today, because Hunter's going to be coming over, and while he's here, I might as well go ahead and get another IV in. But yeah, so back to the metabolical testing for a second, though, because this was just really blew my mind. So, I'm almost 66 years old. In April, I'll be 66, and the test came back that metabolically I'm 59 years old. And that's the great news. Now, the thing that concerned me was that it said that I am, and everything was above average. Everything was either good or excellent as far as the test was concerned, except for one area. And that's the area that concerns me, because it talked about my cognitive ability. And that scares me, because, when we start aging, our cognitive ability starts digressing. Now, here's the cool part about that is now I'm aware of it. And now I know. It doesn't mean that I have dementia. It doesn't mean that I have Alzheimer's. It doesn't mean that I'm losing my cognitive ability, because what it said is that I'm not receiving enough oxygen to my brain. And if you don't receive enough oxygen to your brain, then of course you're not going to be able to think as well. You're going to become lethargic. And so it's now I'm aware of it. And it also gives things within that active metabolical testing to help me and tell me the things that I need to be doing that's going to help me with that. So metabolical testing is going to be one of the things that we're going to be doing here in Granbury. We're also looking at, and we're in the process of actually purchasing a mobile unit so that we can go to the Metroplex and the surrounding areas in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex as well. And then we're also working with partners across the country. And that's where you come in, because if you're not in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or in the surrounding counties of the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex, we can still partner you with somebody to help you with this if this is a journey that you feel like that you want to go on. So it's more about wellness, right? So that's on the metabolical testing. The other thing that we're going to be providing, which I'm really, really excited about, and this does come to the cognitive part to this, is we're going to do what's called an EWOT. Now, this EWOT, it actually, you put on a mask while you're on a treadmill, or if you're doing some type of cardio, or even lifting weights, whatever the case may be. If you're doing exercise, you actually have oxygen that you're taking in to help you with your workout. So that's pretty cool, right? So we have that available. And of course, now that I know that that's the area that I need to start working on in particular, I'm going to start doing it on a daily basis, just like I started 191 days ago doing ice baths. And that's what's helped me to take away wrinkles that I used to have, and that. So hopefully and I believe that that's the reason why that my metabolic testing came back as saying that I am 59 when in reality I'm almost 66 years old. And so my metabolical age is actually almost 7 years less than what my birth date is. And I hope to bring that down even more. Now, I want to explain to you um, what that exactly means, because I think there's a misnomer about anti-aging, and I'm not saying that you can't live longer by doing the things that you're doing, but I still believe that we have just a little bit of control over that, but not much, because it's not so much about that we live longer, right? But it's that we live a healthier life right now. Let's not worry about what's going to happen in the future. Let's really take care of what's going on in our lives today. Let me go back to you for just a second about what happened on my active metabolic testing, where it came back talking about my cognitive uh, ability. And so now that I know that, and I knew that. See, here's the thing about it. I knew that was, I didn't realize that the test was going to be that accurate to be able to pick that up. But that has been a concern of mine, because it does seem like that I'm not remembering things the way that I used to be able to remember them. And that's been a little bit frustrating for me. But now that I even have another opinion, one more thing to back up what I was already thinking, then that just gives me more of an ability. And then it also talks about ways that I can do that. And one of the things is doing that active workout on a daily basis, and actually having more oxygen coming in through the EWOT. So we're going to have an EWOT. Now, everything that I'm talking about is, I'm not making this investment of opening up a clinic, a wellness clinic, for the purposes of just me. Now, I am using all the things. I don't want to put anything in there. We met yesterday with a pickleball court that's being put in here in Hood County, and we're going to be in fact, I need, as we're thinking about it, I need to make sure and get them a check today, because we're going to be sponsoring one of the courts at the new pickleball court here in Granbury. And when I was talking to them yesterday, we were talking about how that I don't want to do anything that I'm not willing or that I believe in myself. And so, but I'm doing this to be able to provide a more healthy, as I was talking about in the very beginning when I started doing this. And when I started this message, and I'm getting a call here, but I'm not going to answer it. But so when I started this live, I talked about that I wanted to come on here and share some things that are going on, right? But it is, again, for everybody. I'm sorry I got distracted because I was getting a call on, because I'm live on TikTok, and I'm also live on YouTube and on Instagram. And so, but let's go back to with the things that the clinic is going to be offering, right? So we've talked about the metabolic testing. We've talked about the EWOT and what that's going to be able to do, and you'll have the ability to do that. We're also going to be providing cryotherapy. And so in that cryotherapy, we're going to have different packages that people can can utilize to be able to get, if you want to come in once a week, if you want to come in once a month, or if you want to come in daily, we'll have the ability, you will have the ability, if you're within this area, to be able to come in and do that. We're going to have on Saturdays, we're going to have $25 cryo. Wow. I mean, that's just incredible, right? It's going to be, that's the only day that's the day you'll have to actually, we're going to have an app. We're meeting today with a company that we've already committed to and already started the process. We're actually working on that today, so that you'll have an app. You'll be able to set on the schedule for the time that you want to be able to come in, and that time slot will be allotted to you for that. And so yesterday when we were talking with the executives from the new pickleball court that's coming in, we talked about how that on the cryo, that we are going to have a schedule for them, as far as for people. But we were talking about how that, from a pricing standpoint, we're going to be able to give their members of the pickleball court special pricing for that, because if they're a member of that court, of that membership within the club, that they'll be able to get those. But it'll be $25, and it's just an incredible thing. So anyway, but we have to have a schedule for it, right? Because people will be lining up for that. But so we're going to have the cryo. What does the cryo actually do? Well, I have to decide now, what am I going to do? Am I going to continue doing my ice baths, and then when I get to the office, do a cryo? Well, not sure yet. I know that I'm going to talk to some medical professionals to determine. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit here. Yeah, because I don't want. There we go. So I don't want to overdo it or be counterintuitive or counterproductive in what it is, my modalities of what it is that I'm doing. I know that I want to continue doing my ice baths on a daily basis because I've made a commitment to do that. A lot of the commitment that I've made in terms of that does have to do with my personally wanting to do that, but I'm also doing it for you, the person that's been watching me on this journey, so that you can see that the results, and then you can say, hey, you know what, if that Nimrod can do it, I can do it as well. So yeah. So let me do that there. Okay. Somebody was wanting to actually join me on my TikTok, and I don't want to get too involved in other things, because if you know me, you know that I have ADD and I can get distracted easily, and which I do. So now we've talked about the metabolic testing, we've talked about the EWOT, we've talked about the cryogenics. We also have the infrared sauna. So that's going to be really cool. You'll be able to have fire and ice. Wow. So, if you want to come in, do your sauna, then move over to the cryo. we can get it scheduled that way so that the timing is right, so that you have your sauna time and then you have your cryo time. And so that's going to be really cool. So then we're also going to be providing the regimen of IVs. As most of you, if you know me, you know that I believe and I know that it has really helped me in my journey of doing NAD and the anti-aging. And again, we've already talked about anti-aging and what that really means. But man, if I have to, I owe a couple things to the major changes that have happened in my life over since I've been on this journey. And one of them are the ice baths. The other one is the NAD. The NAD, which is an anti-aging. What it does is it goes into your body. It's naturally in our bodies, but as we age, we have less NAD in our bodies. And that's why if we bring the NAD into our bodies, it helps with the anti-aging process. And again, anti-aging doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to extend your life. It just means you're going to have a healthier life while you're here enjoying your temple that you have. And so then we're also on the regiments of the IVs. We're going to be doing, if you just want to come in and get hydrated with saline, you'll be able to do that. If you're wanting to come in and do a Myers cocktail or an immunity, where if you feel like you're getting a cold or something like that, we'll even also add if you for people that just want to drop in, you can. If you've had a night of overindulgence of alcoholic beverages and you feel like hammered, you know what, and you can kind of come in. You can get an IV and start feeling better. But we also have the Ultimate Myers, which we call the Big Brother. And it also has taurine in it. I've actually changed up my regimen over the last 6 months, and I'm adding more doses of taurine and less doses of NAD because they're finding that taurine actually has the same kind of effect. And so I have changed that up just a little bit, but we're going to be able to provide that as well. The overall experience that we're wanting to give to you in this is, and my dog here, she is being very protective of her domain here. So if you hear her growling or if she starts barking, that's what it is. And when you go live and you have your four-legged companion, like I do with my dog Maya, that's one of the things, and all I have to, and I don't want to be disrespectful to you in any way when I say this, but if you have a problem with my dog barking or growling, you hear it, just move on, and I completely understand. And that's about as respectful as I can get about that because she's going to be a part of our lives. So the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of the clinic, as we get it open, is that we're doing, and that's what brings me to doing all of this, where I am coming on Instagram, on YouTube, and on to my friends on TikTok here, is because we're going to have a studio. It's going to be a live studio where we're going to have special guests that are coming into the clinic, And then coming into the studio, we're going to have live interviews. We're going to have a full out podcast. I just ordered all the equipment yesterday. I'm really excited about that. It is going to be a professional studio that has everything. It has the acoustics, it has the microphones, it's just incredible. And I love it. So, and that's why I wanted to come on here. I wanted to start kind of getting a feel for what that's like. And and we're going to be going live throughout the day, every single day. Now we're going to be open on in the clinic. We're going to be open 6 days a week. We are going to be closed on Sundays. And I had to make a decision with this clinic that do I think that we are going to miss out on business by being closed on Sunday? Very likely we will. But that's okay, because of the group of people that I have that are working in the clinic, that are partners with me with this clinic. We all have a value system that we have families, we have people that and so anyway, we wanted to create this whole thing is an environment of feeling like inclusion. And so we felt like the people that we want to be part and membership within our community at the clinic is that if you have to come in on Sundays, we could probably make other arrangements for you, but otherwise we really want the people that work in the clinic, that are the clinician anyway, that they have their Sundays to be with their families. So we're going to be open 6 days a week, and with that we're going to be doing lives. And I want to make it as interactive as possible. You'll be able to participate in that process. We'll have questions and answers, because as we bring professionals in, as we bring people in that are just coming in, and of course we're going to want to get testimonials from people as that they start getting results from coming into the clinic. But we're really wanting to just make this an awesome experience for people. So so I think this is a good time for me to close here. We've been on almost 30 minutes, and I'm sorry if I haven't responded to you either on TikTok or on YouTube or on Instagram. But I will go back. I will, if you have any questions or any comments, I will do that. Hey, if on the replay, if you wouldn't mind sharing this, I would sure appreciate it. And anyway, I hope you have a great Friday, and I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and a finish off to a great day. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye.